Natasha, and today I am checking out Hattie B's Hot Chicken in Atlanta. Join me.
There are now 2 locations in Atlanta, but I've only been to the one on Moreland Avenue. The vibe, old school drive-through. The menu is pretty straightforward. The focus is on hot chicken, which is like a spicy fried chicken. Comes in various heat levels. You also have options for chicken tenders, wings. There's a number of sides, as well as waffles and desserts.
Alright, so here we have small dark chicken quarter, so the drumstick and thigh, and this is hot. This here is your bacon cheddar grits, and then here you have some pimento mac and cheese, hot peach cobbler, and some blue cheese. Let's get into this. So the grits are pretty good. Really like cheesy flavor. I don't really taste any bacon in it. The pimento mac and cheese, it has a good amount of cheese, but usually like when I eat pimento, kind of expect it to be a little bit spicy. It's not at all. It doesn't taste bad. It's just that it doesn't have like the little bit of kick that I expect from pimento cheese. The chicken, the outside is nice and crisp, savory, but not too spicy. Just the right amount of heat. So it's got like a nice little kick to it, but it's not like overwhelmingly hot. But I would say if you don't like spice, it's probably going to be too spicy. So you might want to go with more like, I want to say the hot is like the third from like the hottest. So you might want to go to a little bit less than that. It's actually perfectly fine for me. The chicken is actually really nice and moist, very tender. It has good flavor to it. And I'm not the biggest fried chicken fan. But if I'm going to eat fried chicken, like I want it to be spicy. And I actually like it with a little bit of honey, so like kind of a sweet and spicy kind of vibe to it. So typically when I get chicken, like fried chicken from places, I'll put like hot sauce on it, or if I make fried chicken at home, I like to have it with garlic chili sauce. But with this here, it's just like the perfect amount of heat. You don't really need to add anything else to it. What would make it perfect for me would be maybe just like a little bit, to drizzle over just like a little bit of honey or something like that. So you have like that nice little mix of sweet and savory, spicy. It's really good. Now the last time I got food from here was maybe back in like 2021 or something like that. And it was good then too. That was the time when, this is like my third time having them. The first time I had the damn hot. That was pretty okay. The second time I had the shut the pluck up, which was like the hottest. And that was like pretty much inedible. Like I struggled to eat that. It took away from like the enjoyment of the meal. But this one here, I think is just like the right heat level. It's just perfect. Everything's actually pretty good. The only thing I would say is that the grits are like there's no bacon in this. None whatsoever. Like you don't see any, you don't taste any. So I would say that like the chicken is actually really good. The sides, I think, though, are a little bit disappointing. Not to say that they're bad, but it's like for the chicken to be so good, you know, it feels a little bit uneven. Because, I mean, like, the chicken's really good. It has, like, perfect flavor. At this heat level, it's just, like, the right amount of heat for me. It's nice and tender, very juicy. It's cooked perfectly. But then it's like, you have this really great chicken, and then it's like the sides are like a little bit disappointing. The times when I visited in the past, I got like, I think the grits are like a new addition, or at least new since the time I visited, but that's been like 2 years now. The sides that I got before, I think like once I got the greens, another time I got green beans, and those were pretty good. Like I ordered like a group order with people from work, and some of the sides were like kind of uneven, but for the most part the chicken was pretty good. And I kind of remember that being the case where I really enjoyed the chicken, but felt like the sides could use a little bit more work. Like the sides were a little bit disappointing alongside the chicken, because the chicken is that good. Now, granted, the amount that you pay depends on what meat you choose. So you have the choice between like the quarter dark, which is like the drumstick and thigh, quarter white, which is like breast and wing. They have like tenders and things like that. And like you could do like a half chicken, but I like dark meat more than I do white meat. So we'll just at the quarter dark, and I'm gonna say that's like $9.99, and it comes with 2 sides, which is about what I remember it costing before. It might have been like 8 and change or something like that. But it's not too badly priced if you think of it in comparison to like a value meal from McDonald's. It's actually like a pretty good deal. I feel like you get a good amount of food for the price. I think it's pretty filling, and I would be pretty confident that they probably use some kind of a brine or a wet marinade, maybe like buttermilk or something like that, in which they marinate the chicken, because not only do you get flavor in the coating, but like even inside the meat, like down to the bone, you have like a good amount of flavor. They serve it with some pickles and some white bread. Now for me personally, I'm not a big fan of wet bread, so I prefer like put the bread on the side, because I don't want it soaking up all that oil from the chicken. But it's not the end of the world. So this is actually pretty good, but I've had Nashville on my list of places to visit for some time now. I'd like to actually go and visit like the original Nashville hot chicken places. So Hattie B's actually originates from Nashville, but they're not like the originator of hot chicken. There's another establishment, I believe it's Prince's, that is believed to be the originator of hot chicken, and I believe it's also like a black-owned company. On my list of places to visit, but I do actually get around to visiting Nashville. So it's like, between the barbecue, hot chicken, it's a lot of stuff to try out, a lot of things that I'm looking forward to. And if Hattie B's is any indicator of what you can expect, I know that the food is going to be amazing. Now I'm going to give the cobbler a try. And about this cobbler here, you can see it's got like a nice thick syrup to it. The peaches are nice and tender. The cobbler itself, like the pastry portion of it, has like a good flavor to it. On its own, it's not overly sweet, but I think like if you were to add ice cream and whatnot to it, it might be a little bit too much. But as it is, it's actually really good. It has like a little hint of vanilla to it. And as with many cobblers, they serve it warm. So it's actually really, really good. It's like, not even like syrup. It's more of like a jellyish consistency to it. Really, really good.
Thanks for tuning in. To ensure you don't miss any episodes, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, go ahead and click that thumbs up button if you like what you saw, and go ahead and share it on social media.